This conference is bound to raise and disseminate the awareness about upcoming research areas, issues, and success stories. Such activity will definitely affect the teaching and learning process in a positive manner. The delegates will gain a greater understanding through high-profile keynote addresses too. Convener of this international conference is Head Department of Mechanical Engineering, Marathwada Mitra Mandal's College of Engineering, Karvenagar, Pune, Professor Dr. P.S. Purandare, sir. He has more than 25 years of experience and his specialization is thermal engineering. He has completed his doctoral work from Thapar University, Patiala. He has filed 2 patents, many PG projects he has guided, and many publications are to his credit in different renowned international, national journals and the conferences. I request Dr. P.S. Purandare sir to give welcome address. Purandare sir, please.
Yes. Good morning, all. Dignitaries of today's conference, respected Jadhav sir, respected Deshpande sir, Botake sir, Bhandari sir, Mr. Siddharth Jain and Rudra Sarparthi of IFERP, all professors, colleagues, researchers, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Engineering, MMCOE, Marathwada Mitra Mandal Institute of Technology, MMIT, and Institute of Management Education and Research, IMERT, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and welcome you all to the International Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering and Management Sciences, ICETEMS 2021. I honorably welcome our keynote and invited speakers, Professor S.N. Kulkarni sir, Professor Mawan Akadi, Dr. Dilip Kumar, Praveen Mehtaji, and Professor Utravan for this conference. I hope that this conference, ICTEMS, would be able to achieve its objective in providing an effective forum for academicians, researchers, and practitioners to advancing knowledge, research, and technology for humanity. There is always been a gap between people and community who can make the effective use of technology and those who can't. For that matter, all academicians, researchers, and practitioners should consider the technology to make the peaceful and meaningful world. With technology and management, we change to the better environment and better life. No matter how much we can accomplish by ourselves, whether it is research or development, is never sufficient in this world of knowledge. Therefore, the focal drive of this conference is to exchange the ideas by participating in this exchange. It is hoped that all parties who may benefit from this conference can apply it for managing activities of their own of their fields. It is pleased to note that the streams of this conference covers a wide range of the interesting topics related to the all theoretical and practical aspects of the engineering, science, and management. And last but not the least, deepest gratitude goes to the management of our institute, advisory board, organizing committee, international scientific committee, institutions, volunteers, and IFERP coordinators who have supported for the success of this conference. The committee had organized a vibrant scientific programs and is working hard present highly respected and international notorious speakers to lead it. May God bless us all with a good health to make this event successful and enjoyable one. Best of luck for the participants. Thank you. Over to you, Tamkidi sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving the audience a brief idea about today's conference. In this pandemic situation, as you rightly said, we are not able to meet physically, so we are meeting virtually. The show must go on, and the research and innovation in different sectors should go on. This conference is the right platform for the same. Principal MMCOE Dr. S.M. Deshpande sir has been graduated from COEP, done the Masters at Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, and completed his doctoral work from IIT Roorkee. With the academic excellence through learning from different renowned institutes, which I said just now, he has many publications to his credit in different national and international journals, more than 30 publications he has to his credit. He insists on providing world-class education in engineering to create technocrats who will challenge the impossible. Industrializing and one student, one product concepts are implemented at our institute under his able guidance. Under his guidance, the institute has got NAC A grade. NBA of many departments is done, and institute has been awarded with Best College Award from SPPU. He believes that the research activities will create a positive impact on teaching, learning, and evaluation process. So I request Dr. S.M. Deshpande sir to share his thoughts through his welcome address. So please.
Thank you, Tankade sir, for a nice introduction. A warm welcome and a very good morning to all of you to this unique international conference on emerging trends in engineering and management. This covers almost all domains or all branches of engineering as well as management domain. And this is being conducted under new normal in a virtual mode. So even though it is virtual or online kind of thing, I think the response was really tremendous, overwhelming, and organizers had to struggle to see very good papers are peer reviewed, and there are something like 100+ papers we have been strict under review process, and they will be published in conference proceedings. This proceeding, I believe, it will be Scopus indexed, listed in Web of Science and Google Scholar as well. So that will add value to entire publications. There will be recognition for these publications, and there will be referrals, and everything will go on. I believe this is an opportunity for all of us to interact with each other, share our knowledge with each other, and it will pave the way for more and more interaction among the participants, maybe their associates, those are attending this conference in virtual mode. So this is what is expected out of such interaction. And this collaboration is a necessity for more research, more scholarly articles, maybe patents, and so on and so on. I hope all the participants will look in this manner towards the conference and keep on collaborating, keep on, say, interacting with each other, even though this conference is over. And maybe there will be some collaborative kind of, say, publications or, say, industrial or applied research will be coming into the system, because what industry looks towards academia is to give some cutting edge technology for them, because research in industry is basically applied, and they would like to improve upon what they're doing. But if we academicians, by virtue of our, say, profession, if we can devote more time towards applied research and develop cutting edge technologies in the college in collaboration with industry, this is what is needed by the industry. This is what industry is expecting from us. I believe we'll stand or we'll extend our energy and everything toward them, so that they will become, say, more and more, say, useful research from our side. Otherwise, what happens normally is we prepare, say, papers, we prepare some more things from our side, and maybe PhD thesis also, but it never referred to or never opened once we submit it. So I believe this is what is not expected by the industry, and let us approach industry on this manner on this aspect and try to see that we do more and more useful research for society and so on. I believe we can engage industry as well in such conferences, and maybe next year's theme could be on those lines. So, wherein applied research would be our theme, industry will be the participants in addition to the academicians. Of course, this is what we expect from everybody, or rather, it is expected from everybody from us. So hopefully we'll stand to it. And towards end of my speech, rather opening remarks, we are thankful to our management, Honorable President Gange sir, Honorable Executive President Principal B.G. Jadhav sir, who will be gracing this event shortly, addressing this event shortly, Honorable Secretary Mungal sir, Honorable Treasurer Pawar sir, and all other executive committee members. Our sister concern institutes like MMIT and IMERT are part of this entire exercise. They have contributed immensely towards success of this one. I am thankful to Botake sir, Dr. Botake sir, and Dr. Bhandari sir for their efforts. We are, of course, thankful to IFERP team for their invaluable support from day one, and with their efforts, this has taken this shape, because review of the articles, collection of the articles, they're making them publishable kind of things has been, it's a Herculean task. We are really thankful to all of them, entire team of IFERP. We are thankful to our own team, organizers from MCOE, MMIT and IMET. We have taken pains over last couple of months to see this happens, and this happens gracefully. I would like to pay rather homage to our late Professor Yadav sir, who was instrumental in initiating this conference, but unfortunately is no more. But his efforts will be remembered forever. His contribution will be remembered forever. So with these words, I once again thank all of you, and hopefully this will set a trend in coming years, and this conference will take a larger, rather prominent space in academia. And as I said, if you can take industry help, this will become much more acceptable to everybody around. So with these words, I once again wish all the success to all participants who have taken pains to contribute through their research work, through their articles, research articles into this conference. So thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you said, applied research and use of cutting-edge technology is the way to success, way to prosperity. Industry institute gaps should be bridged, and we should aim to commercialize our research. Thank you for your valuable guidance. Marathwada Mitra Mandal Trust, Pune, was established in year 1967 by Honorable late Shri Shankar Raoji Chauhan, former Home Minister Government of India. He was the founder president of the trust. The trust started its activity with the objective of providing hostel or similar accommodation in Pune to the students. This trust is established through the inspiration of socially and educationally inspiring personalities with the motto Yethe Bahutanse Hita, which means welfare of masses. Mass education, co-education, and dedication towards the overall development of the region are watchwords of the trust. And at its 4 educational campuses in Pune, the trust has created excellent facilities of education catering to engineering, interior design, management, law, commerce, science, pharmacy, architecture, and so on, which provide excellent education to more than 12,000 students. Principal Dr. B.G. Jadhav sir is Executive President of Marathwada Mitra Mandal Trust. More than an Executive President of the Trust, he is actually mentor of all the institutes working under Marathwada Mitra Mandal Pune. With his guidance, the different institutes are improving continuously and getting recognition at national and international level. Professional excellence should ultimately be used for welfare of the society. With this thinking, his work is internationally recognized and appreciated. I request Honorable Principal Dr. B.G. Jadhav sir to address the audience. Sir, please.
Good morning, all of you. We are here on the occasion of International Virtual Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering and Management. This has been organized by MMCOE, Principal Dr. S. M. Deshpande sir, MMIT, Principal Dr. Bhautake, IMIT, Dr. Bhandari, Dr. P.S. Purandare, Convener, and all the senior teachers and participants. As all of you know, today is Guru Purnima. From the bottom of the heart, I show my respect to all the participants to this organization or to this conference. Friends, the topic of the conference is Emerging Trends in Management Science, or particularly in engineering. Previously, the walls were there in particular branches. Even in engineering, separate branches were there. Then arts, commerce, science. Nobody was to shift from one branch to another branch. And this was simply theoretical education. But the things have changed a lot, that unless you make the education at the practical level or ground level, then there is no future for any branch, whether it is engineering branch, management science branch, or whatever it may be. The industrialists expect that your product, that product from the college, should be usable in the industry. That means the gap between the theory and practice should be bridged. And that is the motto. Today there are some thoughts in newspaper regarding education. And specifically they have expressed that whatever education you impart to the students, it must be at the usable manner, usable level. Otherwise, the theory and practice will be different. There will be a lot of distance, I must say, and it will create a problem of job opportunities. Now, there are so many changes in not only in education, but in environment, in social life, in political life, and all changes are there. And naturally, these changes, directly or indirectly, will affect the education. And therefore, it is the moral duty of the teachers to see that your product becomes employable. And today is international conference. Definitely, all you people or masters from your field will have a good discussion, and this discussion will be noted by meeting will be done. And what was our motto? What we have done in this international conference, and what will be the results, or what will be the implementation to some extent on this conference. So myself, not being from engineering, but myself being from commerce side, but from general education, I do not wish to take much time between yourself and the experts. I wish you best of luck, and definitely the conference will be successful, and the participants will take something and will do in execution also. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak for a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. As you said, today is Guru Purnima, and with the due respect to all the gurus, as Professor B.G. Jadhav sir said, the theory and practice should go hand in hand for the human prosperity. We should move on. Institute for Engineering Research and Publication, IFERP, is one of the world's largest non-profitable professional associations operating under Technorate Research and Development Association, TRADA. This works in the field of research and development, and it works for promotion in the field of engineering and technology. Technorate is a paramount body which has brought technical revolution and sustainable development of science and technology. The institute conducts technical conferences, seminars, workshops at different parts of the country to reduce the gap between the curriculum and their practical implementation among the students and research scholars. Engineer Rudra Satpathy is CEO and founder of this group. He has completed his bachelor's degree in ENTC at SRM University, Chennai. He did his master's in communication engineering, and at SRM University, Chennai, he is doing his doctorate of philosophy in St. Peter's University, Chennai. Now I request Rudra Bhanu Satpathy sir to please guide the audience. Sir, please.
Thank you very much, sir, for this privilege. I feel once again I'm really obliged and feel privileged to speak on behalf of this esteemed institution and in association with IFERP, Institute for Engineering Research and Publication, towards the international conference. So big data is a very emerging topic, and it was essential for us to enlighten the research opportunity and give privilege to all the researchers of India to express their thought process and propagate and promulgate their ideas. So we collaborated with the institution, and at a very rapid rate, we arranged all the things in support of the entire organizing committee. Respected speakers, delegates, honorable principal, management authorities, as well as my beloved colleagues, organizing committee members, IFERP's institutional ambassadors from nook and corner of globe and India, watching this conference live in our social medias, in our dashboard, and in our website. It is really a great honor towards to get again this privilege to speak on behalf of both these esteemed institutions and represent my audience. So all of us, the researchers today on which we are going to speak, are well vibrant about the organization and the tremendous speed in which we are trying to connect with almost all researchers. So the main vision of the organization is to communicate and connect with all the researchers, budding minds, youngsters, academicians, and of different levels of experience and different age group and different fields, different communities, applications, as well as from academia and industry. And we feel that connecting everyone and building a well-organized network as a neural network, how we form a neural network is like we integrate the different algorithms, and these algorithms get connected with the nodes. And as a neural network and nodes are connected, we are trying to connect the services of academics, like publications, conferences, research collaborations, international connectivity, international infrastructure exposure, as well as beyond the campus curriculum, beyond the classroom research idea promulgation, as well as institutional membership, student membership, all these services which are extremely need of which are the extreme need of the country. We are trying to promulgate all those ideas, all those visions, all those research scopes and opportunities at a single platform. And I am really proud and really am glad to state that we have more than 50,000 plus professional and student members, those who are supporting the organization. And this forum, particularly IFERP in association with Technology Research and Development Association, has collaborated with N number of colleges and institutions amid this COVID-19, so that uninterrupted academic services could be provided. And I express everyone a hearty welcome, a hearty gratitude to be a part of the conference, especially the management of the institutions, the principals, the faculties, the organizing committee members, once again, the students, those who have taken part, the speakers. This conference has vibrant number of presentations related to engineering and technology. So this conference will be enlightening, and definitely this is a very important forum where the ideas will be promulgated. And if I go back to late 2014, when the international conferences in India was a hazardous task, was a tedious task for institutions to organize. In late 2014, we came back with this proposal of funding institutions and supporting colleges and universities to organize international conferences, where we took the responsibility. We came ahead and collaborated with institutions, and I'm really glad, and I express my hearty gratitude to all the institutions and colleges, those who have collaborated with us amid this last 7 years and supported us, trusted us, believed on us, and gave us the opportunity and privilege to serve the nation, serve the students, serve the academicians. And at this point, when the institutions were looking for the funds, when the institutions were approaching the public sectors, the funding agencies, the government, Department of Science and Technology, for funding institutions to organize international conferences, we came up with this idea that we will be organizing the conference. We need only the conference hall, where all the expenses, all the arrangements, all the risk factor, all the management, all the responsibilities particularly will be taken care by us. And we were welcomed by more than 400 plus institutions in India. And I really thank every one of them. And today, one of the largest and one of the most efficient and prominently active professional organization. I welcome representing this organization, particularly IFERP, everyone to be a part of this voyage or this journey to bring academic revolution in the country. We are integrating with all the students, academicians, faculties, and we have some upcoming ideas to build up a strong network, a strong connection between the institutions, colleges, universities all across the globe, keeping academics, institutions in one hand, and keeping industries and corporates and public sectors in other hand, and forming a perfect interface between them, so that the knowledge and the ideas could be knowledge and ideas could be implemented in industry and could be made a trial at the trial sectors, the corporate and companies. So academic and industrial integration is the most important aspect of research collaboration. And I feel in our country, this is the deficiency of research infrastructure. So I urge the universities and I urge the industries to get integrated with us. Very soon we are coming with integrated platforms where we will have accounts for industries and institutions, so that the research we develop in our laboratories could be trialed in our industry at a very convenient scope, and researchers at grassroots level could be identified. The potential of young researchers, deserving researchers of our country will be identified, will be shortlisted, and will be brought to international forum, and will be privileged with necessary funds from institutions and from organizations, from companies and corporates. So with this a few things, I express my hearty gratitude to everyone and warm welcome towards this international conference. And I believe this conference will be a productive event for all of us. And I wish everyone a happy and safe life. And I urge everyone to get vaccinated and take utmost precautions. And amid this time, few words of Bhagavad Gita is reverberating in my mind. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve shantu niramaya, sarve vadrani pashantu, ma kaschid dakha. What the Sanatana Dharma says about the welfare of humanity, the stability of human health, the safety of mankind, is that we pray to God, to the Almighty, for the safety and well-being of everyone. And thank you very much. Thank you all of us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Under your able guidance, the conference is bound to be successful. Thank you very much for providing such platform for different researchers to share their research ideas and the work done on those ideas. Engineer Siddharth Jain is founder and managing director of Technored Group. He has completed his bachelor's degree in ENTC at SRM University, Chennai, and did his master's in business administration at SRM University, Chennai. Now I request Mr. Siddh Jain for honor address. So please. I request Jain sir to please share his thoughts.
Hello, sir. Siddharth, sir, now due to some technical issues, he couldn't join. We can go for the next speaker.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
We'll proceed for the keynote speech. Director General Armaments and Combat Engineering System, Shri Praveen K. Mehta, is the keynote speaker who is going to address and share his expertise in his areas of research and working. Shri Praveen Kumar Mehta, distinguished scientist, assumed the charge of Director General Armament and Combat Engineering Systems. He is guiding the team of scientists under the Armament Cluster Group of labs located at Pune, Ahmednagar, Nasik, Chennai, Balasore, and Chandigarh, Manali, for design and development of armament and combat systems. His area of specialization is structural design, development, realization, delivery, and deployment of multidisciplinary large complex systems leading to indigenization. He is a civil engineering graduate from NIT Nagpur and trained structural engineer from IIT Delhi. He has been awarded MPhil, Defense and Strategic Studies for his research work on self-reliance in defense research and production through private sector participation during the 51st NDC course. He has been associated with prestigious Agni missile program right from its inception and was responsible for the design and development of all critical ground support systems which were essential for deployment of different Agni variants, including rail and road mobile launch platforms. I request one more thing I'd like to share is Shri Mehta was conferred DRDO Special Award in the year 2014 for strategic contribution towards significant design and development of K4, a submarine launch ballistic missile, DRDO Scientist of the Year Award by Prime Minister of India, and DRDO Path-Breaking Research and Outstanding Technology Development Award in the year 2007. He was a recipient of Technology Group Award in 2006, Lab Level Scientist of the Year Award in 2002, DRDO Agni Award of Excellence in Self-Reliance in 1999, and DEMA Appreciation Award 2008. He is a fellow and member of many professional societies. We are glad to have Shri Praveen Mehta sir with us on this platform. I request Mehta sir to please share his thoughts on this occasion. Sir, please. I request Shri Praveen Mehta sir to please share his thoughts on this occasion.
Very good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, in between, I was able to see only video. Your audio was not there, but that's fine. So I'll start.
Sorry for the interruption, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Now you're audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just had an introduction about you to all the participants, and probably I am audible to others. And I just mentioned about whatever you have contributed for the development of Agni and the different awards you have received for the same, like DRDO Special Award in year 2014, then the DRDO Scientist of the Year Award by Prime Minister of India, and DRDO Path Breaking Research and Outstanding Technology Development Award in year 2007, and many more awards, and requested you to please share your thoughts on this occasion. So you may please continue, sir.
Okay. So Shri Siddharth Jain, who is the founder and managing director IFERP, who was to give a talk before me, but as mentioned that he will speak after me. Sri Satpathy, CEO, Professor B. Jadhav, Executive President, Marathwada Mitra Mandal Trust, Dr. S.M. Deshpande, Principal MMCOE, Dr. Purun in city Pune, India, and from the other part of the globe. Sri Kedar Tamkhade for introducing me, all the participants of ICTEMS, attendees, a very good morning. My audio, there is a problem. Somebody can raise a flag or come back so that I know that I am audible and live with you all. I hope it is okay right now, correct?
It's okay, sir.
Fine. So, firstly, my sincere gratitude to the organizers of ICTEMS for providing me this opportunity to address the August gathering on a topic which is very close to my heart and very relevant in the present context and the policy guidelines of our defense preparedness in the country and deciding the defense strategy for our country. In next about 10 to 15 minutes, I'll make an attempt to convey the progress made in critical areas of indigenous development in defense land systems, basically the tactical weapon systems, to fulfill the dream of our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji for Atmanirbharta in defense sector. Also, I will touch upon some specific areas of research in which I am directly involved and contributing from my side. DRDO, the organization I belong to, is primarily responsible for development of all the things, equipments, requirements of our tri-services, and it starts from shoe and goes up to missile and aircraft and whatnot, primarily required by our armed forces. And the DRDO organization has got different verticals like armament and combat engineering cluster, which I am working with, aero cluster, the missile cluster, naval science and material cluster, electronic cluster, life sciences, MedCos, and we are distributed about, we carry out this work in different verticals through our 50 odd laboratories which are located in the country, in the various parts in the country. As I said, I work with armament and combat laboratories, which are primarily responsible for development of armament systems such as ammunition. It could be tank ammunition, it could be hand ammunition, the grenades, the guns, towed guns, from a big guns to the smaller guns, small arms, rocket motors, etc. And the combat systems such as man-battle tank, wheeled and tracked platforms, the mobile bridging systems, etc. So there are many systems which start from a very simple system like a grenade to a very complex system of systems like man-battle tank or towed artillery gun system. Is audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. All of these systems are multidisciplinary and employs the different technologies, the state-of-art systems to arrive at optimal solution for a particular requirements which is being worked out for our services, tri-services in the country. To cite few examples, the modified version of Arjun, the indigenously developed man-battle tank in the country, was dedicated at the hands of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in a function at Chennai in recent past. The towed artillery gun system, which we all know that country has imported the Bofors gun, which were known for wrong reasons, but good systems which has been imported in the country about 3.5 decades back. we have come out with our own configuration, advanced towed artillery gun system, attacks, and which has been worked out with industry, and we are almost in the readiness stage, and we are in the advanced stage of trials, which shortly we should be able to induct these gun systems with our Indian artillery. Mind you, these guns are the longest distance firing guns, and they are the state-of-art system, and we are matching all the parameters of user which are required to be implemented in this gun system. The ACE cluster laboratories are also involved in number of other systems, the ground systems, the rocket motor systems, which are required for the other verticals of DRDO, that is the missile systems and the aero systems, etc. It is a matter of great pride that in the country today, when we talk of our missile weapon system, which all started in a very extensive way in a program called Integrated Guided Development Missile Program, which was headed that time by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, which later became a very popular president, the people's president in the country, and he was leading this program, wherein DRDO has formulated the missile systems, Agni, Prithvi, Trishul, Akash, and Nag. And all these missile systems have further migrated into newer class of missiles, and there are many surface to air, surface to air, surface to surface, then surface to the water or underwater. All these systems have been successfully realized and developed in the country indigenously. And today, all the missile systems which we are practicing in the country, they are indigenously developed and practiced in the various laboratories of DRDO, with academia, with industry, and the latest with the startups which are available in the country. Mission Shakti, we all know, which is the anti-satellite mission which was carried out successfully by DRDO, and wherein we could demonstrate that anti-satellite capabilities, which is very few country only has got, and India has also been put on that club where we can take on missions like that. We all know that all these missile systems are primarily propelled using rocket motors and many other high energetic materials based systems which are being employed in these missile systems. The entire gambit of development of propellant, explosives, and this highly energetic material based systems are designed, developed indigenously, and all these systems are worked out with a laboratory which is working in this cluster, which works out on the high energy material, research in the high energy material. One of the major challenge which is faced by all the nations who are employing such systems, who are designing and developing such systems, is basically the disposal of hazardous chemicals based propellants and the explosive. And once they get time barred, or you go into a phase of demilitarization, or you generate a huge amount of process waste when you develop such systems, all these hazardous chemicals, the hazardous propellants, they need to be disposed in a eco-friendly fashion, and they should not disturb the atmosphere, and we should be able to have a sustainable development. And this is a major challenge which has been faced by all the nations, including us, that the huge amount of process waste, which is as per a typical estimate, it amounts to around 150 to 200 tons of propellant which has been processed, which generates as a process waste when we do this rocket motors in the country. And this is a live problem which is going to enhance as the time passes, as the number of more and more systems are developed, and they are used in the country because, as we all know, that the strategic systems, which are the missiles and the unmanned warfare, they are basically the strategic systems which are made, which are done, developed indigenously.
So, you are probably not audible. Yate? Hello. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Probably you are not audible, sir. So we are not able to hear you.
Are we still on? Somebody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's still on. It's gone dead.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know where did I leave. So if somebody can tell me, when I was heard last. Hello. Hello, am I audible? Hello,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible.
Okay. Where did you miss me?
You were speaking about the Kalam Saab, Dr. APJ Abdul
Okay.
Kalam, sir, popular president.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So, just for the sake of repetition, what I was mentioning is that we started our missile systems under the guidance of Dr. APJ Kalam, who was that time heading the Integrated Guided Development Missile Program, and then he became the most popular. Then onwards, we have realized various other types of missiles, including the BrahMos, which is a joint venture with Russia. And all these missiles are indigenously worked out by in the country. And we are self-sufficient today, where we can do different type of missiles, which can be surface to surface, surface to air, or surface to water, and vice versa. All combinations, different type of missiles are being worked out in the country, and they have been successfully indigenously developed and implemented with the Indian Armed Forces. We all know that recently we did Mission Shakti, which is a anti-satellite mission, and this test was carried out successfully, which has put our country into the selective club of few nations who have got this capability. And that is again based on our various missile systems developed. We could demonstrate this particular mission to the entire world. As you all know, that all these missiles are primarily propelled using rocket motors and many other high energetic material-based systems which are used in these missiles, and the entire gambit of propellant, explosive, and other high energy material-based systems are designed, developed indigenously by a laboratory working in this area, which is high energy material research laboratory. And we are able to do number of compositions, number of solutions for the different requirements of this missile systems by processing the various rocket motors. One of the major challenge which is being faced by many countries, by all the countries who practices these systems, and that large quantity of propellants, they need to be disposed of in a eco-friendly manner, because we develop a lot of this time-barred systems which needs to be demilitarized, or you need when you generate such rocket motors, you end up generating a lot of process waste. As per a typical estimate in the country, we are generating about 150 to 200 tons of process waste alone in the country, and that becomes a very live problem for a friendly eco disposal of this highly energetic, that it does not affect our environment, and you have a sustainable development for such things. I was also directly responsible for working out in a facility where we have been processing this rocket motors for our strategic systems, and the biggest composite rocket motor casing has been successfully developed, and this has been test flown in one of our missile systems, and we are fully self-sufficient in processing the rocket motors. I am audible, right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happens is this disposal of hazardous highly energetic propellant waste is a live problem, and this used to knock us continuously when we were processing this highly energetic propellant for processing our rocket motors. See, basically, I am a trained trained civil structural engineer, and I have been practicing different engineering systems and very technologically advanced systems during entire my tenure in DRDO, which spans for last 35 years in DRDO. And when I was when we were doing this rocket motor processing, we were always constantly bother. It was always a bother that whatever process waste we generate, how do we dispose them of in an eco-friendly fashion, or how do we utilize this highly energetic material? Mind you, this particular propellant or highly energetic propellant, it is a very costly affair. Uh, the ingredient cost alone works out, a few thousand, maybe 3 to 4, 5,000 rupees a kg kind of a material which is required to be processed and filled into rocket motors for our missile applications and the rocket applications. But the huge amount of process waste we generate, that becomes a live problem, because so far various technologies which were involved in disposal of such waste is either it has been the raw material has been extracted out, or most of the countries are simply burning them out in the open atmosphere, and the lot of hazardous gases, they gets injected into our atmosphere. So we worked out a very innovative way of disposal of this hazardous waste. And as I was mentioning that I am a trained civil structural engineer, so I could work out a novel way of disposal of this hazardous waste by using it into fired clay bricks. We know that bricks are the basic unit for civil engineering structures, our infrastructure, and huge quantity of bricks are being produced across globe, being the locally made, local available clay and the other ingredients mixed into it, and then it is cleaned at a high temperature to generate those brick units. And we could work out a very innovative way of utilizing this highly energetic propellant waste into fired clay brick. It helps in two ways. One, it is having an inherent energy which is being used as partial replacement for the energy required, the coal required for cleaning the brick. And it also gives you the added advantage of basically improvising the key characteristics of the brick in turn. And we have done a lot of samples, and they all samples were tested, tried out for the end application, that it imparts a very good properties in the bricks with respect to the thermal insulation and acoustic.
There is a problem. We cannot hear.
So we can't hear you, sir. Hello, sir. Again, there is some problem with audio. We are unable to hear you. We are unable to hear, sir.
How are we doing with the time?
Sir?
How are we doing with the time? Are we on time as scheduled?
Little prolonged, sir.
I think we need to stick to the time, please.
Yes, yes, sir. Sorry for the interruption. Probably Mehta sir is not audible. Am I right, sir? Bhatka sir? Anyone can hear him?
Yes, yes, I can.
So with the due consent from the organizers, we will proceed further for the next keynote speech. I'll take this opportunity to introduce Professor Marwan Al-Akaidi, sir. He is IEEE SPC Chair, IEEE UK and Republic of Ireland co-founder of the Eurosys, Vice President Research and Dean of the College of Computing and Information Technology, the American University in Emirates, Dubai. Marwan sir's research addressing real-life problems, both in industry and academia, published over 200 papers in national and international journals and conferences. He has been invited as a keynote speaker for more than 35 conferences globally, as well as chaired more than 40 national and international conferences. He has published a book titled Fractal Speech Coding, which is unique in the field. He supervised successfully over 45 MPhil and PhD students, 150 MSc, and examined over 30 PhD students in UK and abroad. Chaired the Research Wireless and Mobile Communication Research Group from 2002 to 2011 at De Montfort University, when he served as head of School of Engineering and Technology. Then he built a mobile and wireless research group at AOU when he served as vice president for academic affairs from 2011 to 18. Currently, he is the vice president for research at the American University in the Emirates. Professor Marwan Al-Akaidi is IEEE UK and Ireland chair for the SPC, chairman of the Modeling and Simulation Middle East Conference, co-founder of Eurosys. He is editor-in-chief and associate editor-in-chief for more than 5 international journals. He has reviewed over 70 books, over 700 papers for journal editors, IEEE, IET, IEEE, IEEE computer simulation journals, and many other publishers. Professor Al-Akaidi was a recipient of many international awards. I request Professor to please guide the audience.
Thank you very much, my friend. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be a part of this conference. I'll be grateful if I can give me the permission to share the screen, please. Can you give me the permission to share screen, please? Okay, thank you very much. What I will be taking this opportunity to talk about the next generation of smart cities, where we're going to go hopefully in the future and where we are right now, and how we can build on our future cities using the latest technology. The problems we have, eventually a smart city solution. We try to find a solution for smart cities, and in particular, the mid-sized European cities. Again, that can be implemented in the Asian cities or somewhere else. The smart city solution to the top of the agenda in Europe, and really 20% of decision makers have a strategy and need external help. So we need to look into the external help for a strategy on how we build our smart cities. And the mega market for utilizing the mid-sized city promise big and huge opportunity for all of us. Thorsen has said in the mid-sized cities, the smart city concept have high priority, but the strategy is still missing. And if I looked into most of the China, India, Middle East, Far East, still this is a reality as well as in the United States, as well as in Europe. So the main strategy of building smart cities are missing. What I believe strongly in the technology we have to use the technology build our smart city by using availability of the Wi-Fi, which is quite widely available in sectorization of the world, and they discriminate that into segmentation: North America, Canada, in Europe, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Asia Pacific, part of Japan, India, South Korea, and China, and the Middle East, Africa, and so on. So these are available, and we could use the availability and the range of the Wi-Fi market, which is growing eventually from when it started about 2,000 to 4 million units. In 2006, about 70 million units. Now we have passed the over 500 million units. So the units of Wi-Fi is very much available, and that can be used tremendously with the technology, including WiMAX or the LET using the IEEE mobile 802.16e. So these are part of the technology we can build with the solar system energy to make sure that we could have a complete smart city, which is connecting the Wi-Fi through the WiMAX or LET, and using our solar energy systems. And these can give you the things we are looking for in our next smart city. As you can see in the lamppost here, these are the standard one. The things here is the solar panel, which it can be used for LEDs rather than the halogen bulbs. And then we could again further having a camera, 360 camera for security, as well as this lamp, which could be again raised of 12 or 24 or even 36 LEDs rather than the halogen bulb, as well as this is a WiMAX, by the way, not LET. This is a WiMAX unit, and this is a charger for the battery, which you can have complete solar system operating to monitor and give you a clear environment. This architecture will offer a sustainable multi-service infrastructure solution for the development world, providing wireless control enabled by LED, street lighting, which can be integrated with the wireless communication system. No doubt, everybody knows that solar energy system would provide solar street lighting with remote wireless monitoring. And this is a huge advantage for our clear environment. And there is no need for a broadband network at all at this stage. So the benefits, we're using the solar system plus the Wi-Fi and then enabling light emitting diode street lighting, and then we enable safety and security, which increase economic activities, voice over the internet telephony, monitoring camera through the CCTV, again can be used for education, environmental monitoring, remote diagnostic for medical, anything you can. I will show you that later on. And of course, all of that can be done remotely. So really the features and benefits of our system to enhance the public safety. Crime have studies showing that reducing that crime will be reduced by 90%, simply because when female or ladies or kids, they can walk in the street, they are very safe. It's not, it's quite light, and there is showing studies that the crime has been reduced by that. Again, it can provide telephony, emails, internet access for community, so people they can communicate freely. No doubt that will provide very, very cheap, if it is not free, Wi-Fi or telephony. You can have free telephony across the area which is provided by that. And of course, education through online system. And of course, that will give you very, very clean environment in the city. And we are all looking forward to having this environment. So the energy and the installation of that will provide very, very low cost than the one. So you could have a green environment city, friendly environment city with very, very minimal cost comparing with the traditional city. This is part of the UK, which the crime has been reduced with the lighting, which is important. And this is part of the city white light, and people that are seen rather than dark. This again, financial saving exceeds the financial implementation cost, but 10 times cheaper. Provide IP for the CCTV camera. Again, the social life will be included in the night timing environment. That is what we are looking for, to make sure that the environment is clean, rather than at part simply the system which we implementing is simply the we're giving the solution as this. This is the solution for the environment city, and whatever you see later on is built in this. And this is the detail and the technical part of this, which I'm not going to go over this one. It's still under patent, and we are looking into improving the solar technology system. However, I will show you the city, how it looks, is all connected, is all monitored. So that will give, although other people, they might say there is no privacy here, but this is again, is a trade-off, can give you very, very safe environment when people, they can walk and move around, which all safe and provide the clean environment. I can show you here now, the yellow dots showing you this is the street lighting, and the dark blue is the CCTV cameras, as well as these are providing the solar energy, the light blue. So that will cover the whole city. By doing that, we will having really a city which is monitored, clearly monitored. Depends on the monitoring people, they could object totally to that. But however, there are people, they will be really having the monitoring for safe environment, and they can, as I said, it is a trade-off between the two. But we will go for the monitoring if we wish. If we don't want the CCTV camera, you can always disable or enable them according to what you want. But that will give you solar energy system is free, whatever you need, plus with the internet communication free of charge. If you need to, if you are operator or regulator, you could sell that to the your customer. So really the infrastructure, we need nodes, which is followed with the solar panel, LED lamps head. That again depends on the angling, so you can get the main power from the lids. and then of course software to manage the system, which I'm sure these can be done easily with the expert people in software writing codes. Base billing utility software, which is required, so you can bill your customers or the municipally in the city. And then, of course, the communication backhaul, it can be used wireless or wired or even satellite itself. So these are things available, and we kind of produce something, a city with this three elements. The yellow line here is showing the internet between the street or houses or whatever. And the solar energy, this is the lamp, is in the blue, which cover the whole city, and the buckles is these poles here. So you can see these are connected, all connected to give you an complete smart city. You can communicate, you can do whatever you like within the city, and then free environment, clean environment, and the communication is much, much easier. Free telephony, free education, you can obtain by using different apps according to the system we're providing. So what this solar energy system will provide, government, non-government organization, public facilities can be used in health, education, school, commerce, industry, and other population, they can use that system. Provide augmented service for dedicated communication for emergency services. Whatever emergency you can see here, we can communicate through the internet, which is providing the whole city. So you can make use of that. You can use the CCTV monitoring. You can use electronic enablement through wireless LAN or VPN service, Rift solution, e-learning facilities, voice over the internet conjunction with the local telephony provides, assist management, market content for local. So it really can be used forever. Whatever you're thinking of, this can be used and can be implemented easily. So this we're talking to some municipality in the world, which can provide and drive kickstart for economy by having a smart city that will be attached to new business, resident, and tourist people. They could come, increase the number of tourists coming to your city because it's of the lighting and whatever showing you have, and that is not affecting again the environment. People, they could say, okay, we could have lighting. No, but this is a free emission, is reduce the carbon dioxide and so on. Bridge the digital divide, which allow less privilege to have access to the e-government, education, public libraries. So try to getting people all together rather than only the rich people. They can use the facilities or e-government, publicity and whatever. That will divide. Everybody can use it wherever they are in rural or urban area. And then they can reduce the infrastructure cost for using renewable energy. So by using that solar energy, the cost will be tremendously less than the traditional energy. So that is no doubt another big advantage in the smart city. Again, as we mentioned earlier, improve security and public safety, which can be integrated as a digital surveillance, which help the police and security personnel to reduce crime. And this is being tested in part of some of the cities by providing the police the data, and they can monitor the things. By having only a smart city, that will no doubt give you all the information you require. Again, you have to think of the trade-off between advantages and disadvantages. However, with the technology, we have to go only forward. We cannot go backward. So we need to make sure that we use the system we have availability, such as using the gigabit solar switch rather than the small one in the past. We can embedded wireless client. We can use the external port capacity, which now people are using the 4G, and we move to 5G. And no doubt we are moving to 6G, which can access the backhaul. So we can provide access point hotspot for broadband. So you can implement these wherever you are in the city. So people that are connected in the street, in the stores, in the rural area, rather than only currently in some places in the malls, you are connected, but outside that mall, you are not connected. But that will give you free communication, free internet, wherever you are in the city. So that is a huge advantage in our smart city or the future smart city we are thinking of. Provide access points that will connect people together, and of course integrated the solar charge controller in the city. So it is under control and you can adjust it according to the requirement. So the system solar energy, we have seen so many of these, but the technology in the last 10 years has tremendously improved, when in the past it used to be large, huge, but now you can see the technology has improved, the revolutionary design, which has improved the ease of installation of the solar panel for both on-grid and off-grid application, which is really, I would not go into the details of that, but it's easy to carry and transport. You can carry them by hand and move, put them wherever you like, and easy to install. And again, solder free, there is no soldering at all, and cell interconnected together, they can be connected to each other, and then you can have the whole solar energy. And the size of that, as when we started working on that about 15 years ago, the panel was to be 3 by 2 meters. Now the power is reduced, or the size reduced of the same power, to almost 6 inches. So it is a huge revolution in design of the solar energy, and that definitely can be taken use and advantage of the solar energy. Again, now we're talking about, if you can see here, this is the panel, and now we're talking about rather than use the existing halogen bulb, which is a huge disadvantage, we could use the LED lamp head, and that's all powered by Ethernet. And then we could use the processing sensor, telemetric monitoring. We can use the Wi-Fi IP devices surveillance and monitoring, and that could be wired and unwired if necessary. So it could be wired or wireless connectivity to the network. It depends where we are, how we want to do it, and how we could connect some of them. If we don't want anybody to enter or hack at this stage of security place, we could use the wired Ethernet rather than the wireless. Again, the advantage of this will give you anti-theft. Equipment in general present a major problem with the process system counter, and this problem, which can be motion detector. You can monitoring people using the GPS tracking. Movement up the pollen will be triggered, so anybody can be seen. If there is any intruder or anybody try to play around or misuse, that will be monitored. Again, security activation code can be given, and then places can be alert, like the police or the security office. Immediately they can be alert. There is some people here or some person there is tampering with the equipment or whatever they try to do. It can be enforced on the central panel office. Again, the mechanical determines political spike, point spike on the foliant, which is easy to remove and place it wherever you like. And again, secure lockable casing. Unique connections for battery and wireless, they are there, nobody can tamper with them. And then you can move them and put them wherever you like. And this is a typical things you can see now in some of the streets with the panels, the solar panel here, and then you could have more than LED internet lighting, which can provide you with the power you need for communication. And having that, most of the people, unfortunately now, they're using the solar panel, but they are not using it with the full capacity. Neither they're using the surveillance or monitoring with the GPS, or they're using it for the internet communication. The simple things with that, they are not using the connectivity of the LET for long distance, and as well as they're using the Wi-Fi for the short distance. There are, most of them, they are not using it. And this is the main advantage of the future cities or our smart cities when we could have that. And with the coming 5G or even the 6G, you will have so many equipment could be placed all over the places, so the communication will be much faster and easier. However, there are disadvantage of that because of the communication and missions of transmission. We need to look into that in separate possibly talk. The solar energy system could provide operated by private companies such as the telecom operators, mobile operators, emergency relief, and again, they can be used in the mining or landowners where there are some disaster. It can be used safely and rather than have a human being to be there. So this is one of the advantage. As we have said, part of the advantage of power combined benefits. Solar power is clean, renewable energy safe, virtual maintenance free. Simply, there is no maintenance. And this is a huge advantage of having the solar energy. Again, with the using of the wireless, you have flexibility deployment in remote or unwired area, as well as the cost effectiveness, no need for trenching at all. It's simply is from the cost point of view, second to nothing. So it is very cheap. Lighting of dark and remote areas. That was people that could say we wasting lighting here. Now this is not wasting light. The sun is there, the energy is there, the solar energy can be produced. You can have them all over the places without any trouble. So this is a huge advantage. Again, access to wireless broadband services, which can be hotspot and connectivity wherever you like. So these are part of the advantage with the solar energy. Again, you can see that it could be used in the camps, relief, an emergency worker, they can use that. And then we have tested that in some area in the Middle East when we have refuge in some other, from one country to another country, which we provide an education while they are in this camp relief and they are out of education. We have provided them with a free internet and then iPad or whatever, so they can communicate and they can learn on online learning and so on. So this is again a huge advantage of using the wireless communication with the solar energy, which can be, as I said, implemented easily, almost very cheap, and you can give the people the privilege like any other places in the world, in Europe or the rest of the world. They have the same facilities. They can download whatever they want in education, and you can still have people or generation not to miss anything in education. So these are mainly the advantage of that. Again, it can be used in education initiatives for developing countries and non-developing countries. Truly, it can be done for both of them. Backup education policies and raises skill level in emerging developing countries, cycle and cyber cafe, using the internet access, partnership with the major software companies to update skills and software. So I think this can be, again, improved as we move, as we carry on with the updating of the software and the technology available. So it's not, when you put the infrastructure, if a new technology comes, you cannot throw them away and implement another. No, you can update them through the software, or mainly we believe strongly the software can do the job for that, which is cheap rather than have hard equipment. So these are some of the solar energy provide 100% powered by the sun. I'm sure the Middle East, Far East, and Asia in general, Africa, they have plenty of sun. There is no short of that during the whole year. So again, that sun, if it comes even for 1 hour or even less than that hour, can be stored in the batteries or charging the batteries, which can operate for the required 12 or up to 18 hours with half an hour charging from the sun, can operate for 18 hours to give you the lighting. So if you have more than that, you can still save that and in the battery to give some of the cities we have, this is coming from the crystal tempest of PowerPoint Smart City. This of the some of the street you can have, and using the Internet of Things can make life easier. The communication is faster with our smart cities. So again, I will talk about the smart city. What we have, talking about strategy, we need integrated thinking, innovation, and central coordination are the key success to smart city strategies. As I said in the beginning of my speech, it's only 20% of the top strategy person in Europe lacking the proper strategy. So hopefully, if we come to a proper strategy, we could have our future cities, and we could have all removing the binary, or whatever you call it, digit dividing between privilege and non-privilege, so everybody will enjoy the communication, the internet, the lighting, or the security for everybody. At this, I will say thank you very much, and if there is any question, I'll be more than happy to take.
Yes, are there any questions from the audience? If somebody has a question, you can put it in the chat box or raise your hand or directly unmute yourself and ask. Yes, sir. Thank you for the green topic. You shared your expertise, thoughts, and your work in this particular area, I will say. So the solar energy, as we all know, is quite eco-friendly source of energy, and it can be used for wired as well as wireless connectivity. As Sir said, this is really beneficial in remote area, and this can be used for creating the carbon credits too. It is really take us towards sustainable development, and as mentioned in his one of the slides, towards the sustainable future too. Thank you for guiding us and sharing your expertise in the area, sir. Moving on, now I request founder, managing director, IFERP, Mr. Siddharth Jain, to speak few words.
Thank you, sir.
Jain, sir, please.
And I apologize for not on time due to some technical error. Distinguished guests, keynote speakers, eminent scholars, delegates, participants, students, ladies and gentlemen. Very good morning and warm welcome to all of you. I would like to thank in particular the Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Engineering for organizing this conference in association with IFERP. It is great honor for me to be talking with you today on this very exciting occasion. I am delighted to have the opportunity to address such a talented gathering in the professionals, research scholars, and hardworking students. In fact, the mixing and mingling with young people in all of the great pleasure of my job. As managing director of an organization which is providing services to the professionals, research scholars, and students by organizing conferences and publishing research and review articles in reputed journals, assist and guiding the researchers, establishing chapters, and providing membership, it is a vital that I understand the youth and research scholar of the globe. By listening to you, the young researchers and the student, I am in the better position to develop and organize new interdisciplinary conferences, scientific meetings, webinars, workshops, programs, and encouraging an interesting area of interest for the development of the society. By listening, we can adapt to changing trends and respond to new ideas in society. This is a great day for you, and I am very happy to be sharing it with you. International Virtual Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering and Management Science is a prestigious event jointly organized by Marathwada Mitra Mandal and IFERP with a motivation to share a progress in recent technologies. Nowadays, the academia and researchers are not only pondering but also experiencing the overwhelming outcomes of interdisciplinary research. Moreover, it has been ubiquitously encouraging by the government, research agencies, associations, and by the academic institutes. The intent behind the multidisciplinary international conferences is to provide a platform for practitioners, academicians, policymakers, researchers, and students to share original research and review paper in various fields as well as deliberately upon futuristic approaches along with major bottlenecks. This conference will aim to improve the culture of research and collaboration among scholars and researchers, both regional and international. The context of the conference is to foster as well as exaggerate the research culture among academia and industry facilitated by sprinkled our ideas by exchanging of the intellect during conduct of the conference. The conference will facilitate the young researchers, industrialists, and research agency, especially those who are carrying out their research work in the aforesaid domain of various engineering stream and management science with valuable discussion in order to make the outcomes more realistic. I understand there is very enthusiastic response to the calls for paper both from within and outside the country. Conference of this nature provide a platform to young researchers, faculty members, student industry to present their research and development work and get feedback and suggest to improve their quality of work. In the present era, topics such as wireless communication, IoT, cyber physical system, advanced digital communication system, image and video processing, artificial intelligence, and robotics, cybersecurity, biometrics, and blockchain, nanotechnology based sensor, and big data analytics, and dynamic and control, aerodynamic and fluid mechanics, biomechanics have witnessed fast development both in research and technology development direction. This conference will provide an opportunity to exchange ideas on latest algorithms, started technologies and applications pertaining to above topics and thus serve very useful to students, research, scholar and professional. I am sure the delegate will carry with them pleasant memories of the memories. I wish the delegate very productive technical interactions and enjoyable stay. The major driver behind our transformation has been our strategy to listen, absorb, monitor, and then act. It is a groundbreaking approach to the integration of teaching and learning and emphasize the discovery of new knowledge. In today's world, young people need to know how to generate new knowledge in order to meet the demands of the modern day workforce, to practice professionally at and beyond the level of international standard. We have reached this stage by listening and responding to the world around us, a strategy that will benefit you as you to progress to a new job, a new university, and new career and a new life. I hope you will have the most productive day of interesting and stimulating discussion. I sincerely wish that this conference will be great success, not only a chance to sharing knowledge and experience in emerging trend in engineering and management science, but also as the beginning of a long and fruitful cooperation and friendship among fellow educators devoted to the most meaningful and worthwhile task of technology, teaching, and training our youth who will be shape our future. Thank you and thank you everyone, and all the best to your upcoming events.
Thank you, Jain sir. As you said, this event or this conference, virtual conference, will be really a great success, and it will take the research ahead through sharing of the ideas on this virtual platform. In fact, we are thankful to you, IFERP, what you can say, founder, president, and CEOs for providing here. Am I audible?
Yes.
I'm audible. Okay. Okay. So thank you once again. I can see here in the meeting, Mehta sir, he has been able to join it again. So Mehta sir, am I audible to you? Shri Praveen Mehta sir, Director General, DRDO, Pune. In between, due to he couldn't complete his completed in brief, and you may conclude and propose vote of thanks. Some issue is there. So Mehta sir has guided us on the rockets and what we can say, the
Sir, not audible.
Yes, I'm audible now. Mehta sir, can you hear me? Yes, unmute yourself, sir.
Yeah. Now
Yes,
is
sir.
audible?
Yes, there is yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, and there is a request from organizers, from my side, we all, that we want to hear you more. Briefly, can you summarize the remaining part of your session, sir, please?
Sure.
Yes.
I'll try to do that.
Yes, yes.
I thought I was talking last was our disposal of hazardous waste in bricks manufacturing, fired clay bricks.
Right, sir.
I
Clay
think
bricks. You were speaking about.
Yeah. I think I was audible till then.
Yes, sir.
So what we were trying to trying to work out is that most of our projects are multidisciplinary, and we employ the different disciplines and different type of technologies in order to arrive at a most optimal solution. And this particular way of novel way of disposal of hazardous waste has also will be something like creation of wealth out of waste. And we have also published some journal papers in this, and shortly we should be able to give this as a a practical solution for meeting the entire need of the country and across the globe also. This can be employed as a very effective way of utilizing the hazardous waste in making the in using them as a brick, which is the inert material. And being inert material, even the chemicals which gets arrested in the brick body, they remain as part of the inert material throughout the life cycle of the structures, and eventually they get mixed with the goes into a recycling phase. What I would like to summarize is that this particular conference, I really feel that we should compliment the organizers for selecting this topic, that emerging trends in engineering and management sciences. And we all know that recently we have been not only we, the entire globe is facing the COVID pandemic. We are no exception to it. In fact, we have we have dealt with COVID pandemic in first wave and second wave, and as we are talking now, we are preparing ourselves for the third wave. And if you have seen that our organization DRDO could come out with ventilator, may it be oxygen plant, may it be development of infrastructure in a very short period of time, and that I attribute that it is primarily because of the multidisciplinary, cross-discipline, somehow, if you see in the past, in the recent past, what we have done is our education and the training system, they have gone into compartmentalization. We have gone into different branches of engineering. Then we have gone into specialization in those engineering branches and a super specialization in the branches. But if you see any real life problem, it is always multidisciplinary, and you have to have a approach of different disciplines which are working for this to happen, and you are able to come out with a very optimal solution. I would recommend that as a conference proceedings, if we can come out with some kind of a recommendations that multidisciplinary approach, the cross disciplines functions in order to arrive at an optimal solution in various walks of life, that would give the self-reliance in the critical areas in the country, and we should be able to do the Atmanirbhar Bharat in a big way in different areas, and definitely in the defense, which we have been doing, the tactical weapon area systems, it will go a long way. And shortly, we should be able to, say with pride that most of our major systems, tactical weapon systems, they are done in the country with our own indigenous technology, with our industry, startups, academia, and a mix of them together. We are able to come out with optimal solutions for our own configuration. My heartfelt compliments and thanks to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to present my case. And I am very sorry that I am not able to, there were the interruptions in between because of the technical issue. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Jai Hind, sir. As you said, there was interruption, but we were so eager to hear you. Probably that has corrected the network issues, and we could again hear you. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. And really, DRDO has been working in a multidisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary approach, and helped different sectors of the society, nation, and overall mankind for its betterment. Thank you very much for your valuable thoughts. Friends.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, yes. Friends, I must take this opportunity to thank the honorable management of Marathwada Mitra Mandal Trust, MMCOE, MMIT, IMERT, who are the organizers of this event, this virtual conference. I am thankful to IFERP authorities on behalf of Marathwada Mitra Mandal, Principal Dr. S.M. Deshpande sir, Convener Dr. P.S. Purandare sir, Principal B.G. Jadhav sir, Executive President Marathwada Mitra Mandal Trust has shared their thoughts. I am thankful to them. And the welcome address by IFERP, Mr. Rudra Satpathy sir, CEO of Technorate Group, and founder and managing director IFERP, Siddharth Jain, also has shared his thoughts with us on this platform. My heartfelt thanks to Praveen Mehta sir for sharing his expertise in the defense sector on Agni missile, then the propellants, eco-friendly disposal of such propellants, making the converting propellant waste into fire clay bricks, and much more. So thank you very much, sir. I take this opportunity to thank Marwan Al-Akaidi sir, who spoke on the solar energy renewable source for the sustainable development and for the sustainable future. I thank all the session chairs, session coordinators, all the staff of the MMCOE, MMIT, IMERT, and IFERP for having for creating or making the wonderful platform available to all the participants. The delegates will surely get benefited. With this, I conclude that this inaugural session is hereby over, and we will proceed for further technical sessions. All the participants, session chairs, and session coordinators are requested to please continue with their technical sessions. Technical session 1, 2, 3, 4, as per the schedule already shared by IFERP. Participants, session chairs, and session coordinators are already given the links by mail from IFERP. So please join those technical sessions through the given link. Once again, I thank one and all for your active participation in this inaugural session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.